And next, we're going to talk about the improvements that Rolex has made to both the clasp and the bracelet over the last several years. I think the most noticeable improvement has been the buckles are now a solid piece of steel. What I mean by that, with the exception of the current Yachtmaster, every other model out there has been upgraded to a nice heavy piece of steel being used in the buckle. This is a picture of the classic or older style buckle. Yes, it's made of 904L stainless steel, and at the time it was created, it was the cutting edge technology and the best technology out there. But one of the drawbacks was it was a little lighter weight. As a matter of fact, if the clasp became loose or would open up too easily, you could take this buckle and reshape the steel in your hand to make the clasp more tight or less tight. Well, the new and improved buckle looks like this, and I can tell you, you won't be taking this piece of steel in the buckle and reshaping it and bending it at all. It's that heavy, it's that durable, and since 2005, when they first started using this on models and have started using it on more models since then, the issues of the clasp popping open with this new style are non-existent. It is a drastic, great improvement, and Rolex really hit a home run with this. The next thing we're going to talk about is the quick expansion flip link that they use on the Oyster bracelet. Now, the quick expansion flip link is not available on a Jubilee or a President bracelet, but basically the benefit to the customer is if the bracelet is fitting a little bit too tight or too loose, they can instantly adjust the buckle to become a little tighter or a little looser without having to bring it into a jeweler to make that adjustment for them. So it's real easy to use. Basically, pop open the bracelet, and you kind of fold, as you can see, the link kind of pivots in the clasp there. And once again, you move it a little in, and it will be a little tighter. Pull it out, and the bracelet will fit a little looser. So how do you know which bracelets have this? Once again, it's only available on the Oyster bracelets. It's real easy to identify. When you open up the clasp, if you look at the buckle and the buckle is shiny or polished in its appearance, then it's going to have the quick expansion flip link mechanism in there. If the buckle is not polished, it almost looks like a laser type finish to it. It's smooth, but it looks a little bit more rough. Those particular models don't have the quick expansion flip link in there. So there's still some that don't have, but a majority of the models you're going to find do have this type of technology in there. Back in 2007, when Rolex reinvented the Deep Sea Dweller, this was a model that they kind of first tested this type of technology by having a mechanism where the band could be made loose or more tight by the customer making the adjustment, not having to bring it into a store. And with the Deep Sea Dweller, you would open up the buckle, and there was a lever at the top of the buckle. You'd pull it up. It almost looked like a saw blade when you pulled the lever up, and then you can adjust to make the band more tight or less tight, and then snap the top part down. On the new and improved Submariners, they've taken this technology and they've put the technology into the buckle and clasp, but they've made it less industrial looking. Basically, on the Submariner, now you open up the clasp and you will pull it down at the bottom. You'll slide it forward or back to make it tighter or looser, snap it back up in place, and it's something that the customer can very easily do themselves. And once again, a terrific improvement, and Rolex really hit a home run, and I think this technology they will continue to try to use going forward. I'm not exactly sure how they can use it in a Jubilee or a President bracelet, but I'm sure if there's a way, they will certainly figure it out. One other thing that is an improvement, the links are now solid. In the past, the links were mostly solid, but not completely solid. By having solid links, it adds to the durability of the bracelet itself. And if it's a bracelet that has gold center links or an all-gold bracelet, it certainly adds to the value of the watch. The weight of the watch improved by adding the additional solid links in the center there. The clasps are now solid pieces of steel also, so not only did they improve the buckle, the links, but also the clasp are solid and are holding up terrifically well. The Jubilee bracelet now has more of a tailored appearance to it. What I mean by that, in the past, a Jubilee bracelet would have a buckle on the backside. There on the gold models was something called a Super Jubilee, which basically had a concealed buckle underneath the band design itself. Well, today every Jubilee bracelet has that type of technology being used, so it gives you a nice tailored effect, beautiful appearance. The overall look is similar to the classic style that's been out there, but you just don't have the buckle on the back, and that has been a home run. Once again, a great, nice, tailored effect. And the last thing I would mention about improvements on the President band on the ladies' President. In the past, the band bracelet was one width at the case of the watch. And as it got closer to the buckle, that bracelet would taper down in size. Now that bracelet is the same width all the way around. It no longer tapers. The links are now larger, more solid. They don't get smaller the further away from the case of the watch it gets. They are the same size all the way around. So that added durability, and it also added value, because on a President band being made of 18 karat gold or platinum, those links are heavier, solid, and it adds to the value of the watch. So those are some of the improvements that they've made to the clasp and bracelet, and it'll be exciting to see what Rolex will come out with going forward.